What's up guys and girls, welcome to another video. In this video, we're finally going to be making some theories about the Game Informer news dump that we got. If you haven't seen the information that came out, there's a ton of new mechanics, ton of gameplay. You should really check it out. There'll be a link at the end of this video. It's packed with a lot of information. With that being said, let's get into some theory making. And I want to talk about who are these two figures in the background. I'm gonna give my theories, then add some of the community's theories because I don't want to leave you out of the conversation. So on the cover art, this realm is being attacked. You have monsters everywhere, fire coming from the sky, but in the midst of all of this, you have two figures that's running up on Kratos and Atreus. Now, I'm assuming that these are gods coming to attack our characters. But which gods is it? First, I want to show you all of the gods who are actually mentioned in the lore in some way, and these are characters we're most likely going to see in God of War Ragnarok at some point. On page 47 in the book Lore and Legends, in the chapter where they talk about the Aesir Vanir War, we already get a huge list of gods. We have Odin, Thor, Honir, Hadar, V, and Vili. Heimdall was mentioned by Sindri after we saved him from the dragon, and you can also see Heimdall's image on the Lake of Nine when you're looking at one of the braziers while you're in the boat.
What are these?
Braided mistletoe arrows, straighter than Heimdall and perfectly weighted.
I think it's safe to assume that this is not Thor and Odin. We know what Thor looks like, and these characters are not him. Eric Williams said that Odin is in a tower somewhere in Asgard, just kind of doing his own thing.
Yeah, he's like a old man who's just kind of busy with his own things and doing whatever he wants. And
I think it's safe to say that this is not Heimdall as well, because there are two characters here, so I'm guessing that these two characters know each other. So who we have left is Honir, Hadar, V, and Vili. Now, Vili and V are the Brothers of Odin. However, with the other two, it's kind of weird, because in the traditional myth, it might be possible that Honir and Vili are the same person. However, in God of War's lore, they are two separate people. Now, part of me really wants to say that this is Vili and V, the Brothers of Odin. This will be mirroring God of War 2018, where we fought the sons of Thor, Modi, and Magni. However, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is Hadar and Honir, and here's why. Because Hadar is the brother of Baldur, and he might hold a personal grudge. The fact that Kratos killed him, he might be wanting revenge. Remember, Baldur has had a whole life on Asgard before Kratos and Atreus came into the picture. He's been up there for almost all of his life, even separating from his mother after he got cursed. There might be some people who have a personal grudge against Kratos besides Freya for killing part of their family. And I'm going to be honest with you, I really want to see Fenrir fight against the Brothers of Odin. In the traditional myth, all three brothers are swallowed by the big wolf. And Fenrir is actually confirmed. We saw him in the CGI trailer that actually told us he's going to make an appearance in the game. So I think that two minor gods that we do know about within the lore are gonna come and fight Kratos and Atreus. So I think if the game is going to start off by throwing gods in our way, I think it'll be perfect to give us two minor gods instead of, the big ones like Vili and V. I think giving us minor gods rather than the big ones like Vili and V, I think that this is a great idea. Kind of similar to God of War 2018, Modi and Magni are not super important. Even Mimir in the game calls them minor.
You killed Magni.
That he did.
He was a god, but you killed him.
Minor Aesir, perhaps, but I.
And his father is Thor.
Not minor. Not minor at all, him. This will not go over well in Asgard.
I defended us. Nothing more. I fear no judgment.
Judgment, no. But if vengeance is any concern.
Since when can you kill a god?
But we fought them before we fought Baldur, and I think that's a really cool idea. And God of War Ragnarok is rumored to be so much more longer than God of War 2018 that they have time to be throwing us these minor gods for us to take care of. It could be them attacking the realm. Perhaps these two attack the realm because this is where Kratos and Atreus are. And since Odin's ravens are watching us constantly, maybe they know that we're closing in on the location of Tyr, and they get sent in for them to try and stop us. Remember on the cover art, it's not just those two. There are creatures on top of the bridge, climbing the bridge. There's creatures in the water, and in the background, there is a ton of these troll-like creatures coming through. If you look up, there are dragons everywhere, and there are fireballs coming from the sky. This realm is completely engulfed in war, and I think it's because we're closing in on the location of Tyr, someone that Odin and Thor probably don't want to, deal with again. I'm going with these two gods, but I want to get into something that the community has been talking about a lot, and that is these are the characters Loki and Kratos from the future. Now again, this is the community theory, and I just want to explain it to you all. Now, I talked about the Loki from the future aspect, and I think it is a pretty cool idea. I think that there is a chance that Atreus from the future could have actually blown the horn to call the serpent. The horn is a big mystery, and maybe I'll talk about that again, but I've kind of played out that topic a lot over the years. We all know that time is going to play a big role in God of War Ragnarok. This was so much as confirmed. With time playing a big role in the next game, is it possible we can see Loki or Kratos come back from the future and maybe try to, set things the way they're supposed to be? Why would we be fighting against them though? I'm not exactly sure, but this is something that a lot of people are starting to get behind, that this is Atreus or Kratos from the future.
Time moves differently in places. I want to dive deep into that, but I don't know if that's setting up things to come or...
Yes, it is.
That's what I think.
Now, personally, do I believe it? There is a chance of anything to happen, right? There's no right or wrong answers. It's fans just kind of having fun and putting some pieces together. But as you dive into some of their arguments, it does seem kind of convincing. That's all I'm pretty much gonna say about it. We all know that time plays differently in different realms. We all know that the serpent came from the future, so is it really too far-fetched to say something like this? Let me know your thoughts. Are you with me? Do you think that it's Hanir and Hadar, or do you think that it is Kratos and Loki, or maybe some other gods that I didn't mention? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm gonna be out of here. Thank you guys and girls for listening. Deuces.
I've still got it, lads. He remembers me. Why you... Oh, no, that's not right. Mokuno Huntunkun. Eko no Tunno Punora. He knows the pain of your loss. He will help you. Curious.
What is it?
Oh, nothing to be concerned about.
What is he doing?
Making sure we're heading in the right direction.